And that flows out of the point we just made, right? If the Holy of Holies is the throne of God and the throne is open, then Jesus has gone to the throne. He's there and the kingdom is established. But I think this is important. The curtain reference to the throne and heavenly being opened already sets the stage to seeing this as more than an execution. There's so much symbolism that has gone on in the lead up to this moment. Last week, when the soldiers flog Jesus and mock him, they put a robe on him and a crown of thorns. Hail, King of the Jews. And we said, I know they're mocking, but they're right. He is that king. And that imagery has been here all along, and even leading into this passage with the sign they put above his cross. Again, seeming mockery, a charge for his death, but actually, that sign is spot on. Jesus is the king who has finally come. And as he hops up onto that cross, that's his throne. And that sign is an announcement of the reality of what's happening here. The three groups of mockers all seem to jab at Jesus' title. They all mock him for being the Son of God. That's the phrase they're stuck on. And they seem to think, this is where they're wrong, if you're the Son of God, come down off that cross. You heard him repeat it. No, because he's the Son of God, he went up to the cross. And what's amazing is it's the centurion on the other side who affirms, this is truly the Son of God. And that is so loaded. I understand the Jewish folks can say that phrase, the Son of God, and understand it to be the divine Messiah that's coming, who Jesus is. But it has a sense of kingship. And the person in this setting who would know that most explicitly is the centurion. Because the Caesars used the same title. They called themselves the sons of God. That's why it was a scandalous thing for Jesus to claim it, and an issue that Rome could justify executing is, if you're saying you're the Son of God, you're saying Caesar's not. Do you know who had the most to lose saying that? It's the centurion. This is treason. For him to sit here, having sworn allegiance to the Son of God, Caesar, he watches Jesus. And Jesus isn't even raised yet. He sees Jesus' death. And as Jesus is hanging on the cross, he goes, that's the Son of God. They thought he needed to come down. The centurion understood that when Jesus went up on the cross, he proved himself to be the true king, the true emperor, that he is King of kings and Lord of lords, exalted above all thrones and all dominions.